Welcome to another keyboard review video. I'm your review guide, and today we're going to be checking out the Neumann GM610. And of course, if you guys do want to pick up this keyboard, I put Amazon links down below in the description. Alright, so in front of me I have the GM610 from Neumann. It comes in Amazon at $50 and I do have the blue switch version. I am crazy excited to unbox this keyboard because on Amazon it has really good reviews and it almost seems too good to be true. So without any further ado, let's get this thing unboxed. Alright, so opening up the Neumann GM610. Right away, the packaging is nice. You have some extra switches off to the right-hand side. And here you have the keyboard. And underneath it, you don't just have a couple of extra switches like some keyboard companies give you. You have a full extra set of keycaps, so we will definitely go into detail on that in a little bit. But let's see what else is in this box. And then underneath the switches, you have a key puller, a keycap puller, as well as a braided USB-C cable because it is both wired and Bluetooth. So this is what you get inside of the box, the Neumann GM610, again, for only $50. But let's get into build quality, guys. So for build quality, picking it up, it does have a nice weight to it. The case of this keyboard is made out of plastic, but it does feel like a nice durable plastic. Definitely not the cheap stuff with this board. Even though it is plastic, it doesn't feel too hollow. You do not have flip-up risers, but you do have 4 rubber pads to help the keyboard grip itself to the desk, which it does accomplish. And then, of course, you have the Bluetooth on and off switch right there. And then kind of like Royal Kludge, on the bottom side of it, you have the Neumann logo right there, which I think looks really nice. Flipping it over to the side, you do have a slightly raised case, so it does have a little bit of angle while you're typing. And then you have a centered USB-C port for when you're using this in wired mode. So overall, pretty solid build quality for the Neumann GM610. Again, this thing is $50 and comes with an extra set of keycaps, so really impressive of what they've done here for offering it at such a cheap price. But let's go on and talk about the switches. So I did get this keyboard in blue switches. I know they're not everybody's favorite, but I did want to check this model out in blue. They are Atemu switches, which for most keyboards at this price point, you'd think Gateron, but since they do have these extra set of keycaps and the build quality is outstanding, that is probably why they went with Atemus, to save a little bit of money, but they're not awful fielding. And if you do want to upgrade this keyboard, not a lot of people know, but usually Atemu boards are only compatible with Atemu switches, but ACO CS switches do fit in an Atemu board. So these switches are a little bit more high quality and will definitely upgrade your keyboard a lot in terms of sound and switch quality. So I will also have those linked below if you do want to check this out as a mod for this keyboard, or if you have an Atemu switch keyboard and want some more premium switches. But now that we've talked a little bit about switches, let's turn this keyboard on and do a sound test for you guys. Alright, so I know the blue switches are extremely clicky, but if you like that, this keyboard sounds awesome. This is also offered in red and brown switches, so if blue switches aren't your cup of tea, you can definitely go with that. So from the typing on this keyboard, I thought it sounded really solid for $50, but let's take a space bar off of this just to check out the stabilizers and what's going on down there. So pulling off the space bar, here you have it, the stabilizers of the Neumann GM610. So here you can see the stabilizers of this keyboard. They are tightly, and I mean tightly, no movement at all, fastened to the back plate of this keyboard, which I'm really glad with, and as you guys could hear from the typing test. And overall, really impressed with these stabilizers. They are not lubed from the factory from what I can see, but you can lube them and make them sound even better than what we witnessed in this sound test. So that is really awesome. And another cool thing about customizability with the Neumann GM610, just to prove it to you from before, they are hot swappable. So like I said, you can switch them out with Atemus or get those ACO CS switches. Plopping that back in there, let's get these keycaps back on. And now that we have the keycaps back on, let's turn off these lights and check out this RGB, because from the lights on, it does look pretty good. So this is what the RGB of the Neumann 610 looks like. very nice and strong RGB, especially because this doesn't have a white backplate. This is all just the RGB shining through, and it looks really nice. Sorry about the E key right there. I don't have it currently paired, and that's what it's trying to do right now since it is in Bluetooth mode. So they do have a few modes you can go through, as you guys can see. Nice amount of modes you can go through, and this FN key down here is what's going to display your battery for Bluetooth mode. So this key's flickering between white and blue, so that means it's somewhere between 80 and 100%. And obviously as you get to orange, yellow, red, that's going to be your battery life, which is really handy on here. And then as you guys can see, because of this annoying key, it's going to blink green when you enter into Bluetooth mode, but that is the RGB for the Neumann GM610. And overall, I think this looks really, really nice. But now let's put on that extra set of keycaps and finish this review with a whole new keyboard. And there you guys have it. Here is the old set of keycaps, and here is what this bad boy looks like with the second set of keycaps, and I think it looks awesome. And not only are these a different color keycaps that look epic on this keyboard, they are also more of a smooth texture than this set of keycaps. These do definitely have more grain to them and make them a little bit more grippy, I'd say. So these are probably better for gaming with the grip, but these are ultra smooth and feel really nice and solid on this keyboard. So speaking of keycaps, these are double shot ABS. So after I just put all of these on there, let me take one off and show you. These are double shot ABS, which is awesome because they give you two sets of them. So if you don't know, ABS has a common issue that when these wear down over time, like a year or so, depends on how frequently and how hard you use your keyboard, that will get like a shiny effect on here, so it will become like a glossy red, or in this case a glossy white. But because you have two sets, you can switch them out when these go bad, or you can get PBT keycaps. As long as the back of the keycaps look like this, you should be fine. Standard 60% layout, and this thing looks really cool. So in terms of connectivity, again, this is wired as well as Bluetooth. You can connect this up to 3 different devices. If you're going to be gaming, probably want to keep that wired, and this is Bluetooth 3.0 and Bluetooth 5.0. And of course, this is full anti-ghosting, and you can record macros on here. So for a gaming keyboard, this would be awesome. So yeah, that was my full review of the Neumann GM610. This is $50. I still don't know how they did that. 2 sets of keycaps and really outstanding build quality. Again, you can get this in blue, reds, or brown switches, and it is highly customizable because you can switch these out with not only Temu switches, but ACO CS switches. Again, I will link that below in the description. These stabilizers sound solid, and this is just an overall great keyboard. So if you are looking for a 60% keyboard that is highly portable, highly customizable, and just a bargain for the money, this is probably the best keyboard you're gonna get for 50 bucks. And I say that confidently. So yeah, 100% recommend the Neumann GM610. All right, so that was my full review of the Neumann GM610. Again, guys, if you do want to pick up this keyboard, I put Amazon links down below in the description. I really hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button or that subscribe button. But I was your keyboard review guide, and I'll see you in the next video.